Hello and welcome back to the grid. Welcome back to Let's Build the Megazord. This time with box number 10, and we got magazines 45 to 50. We know those by now, so we're almost halfway point. 10 more magazines, or like 2 more boxes per set, then we're at 60%, a bit more even, because 120 magazines in total, so 60 is a cut. I did some math, well, it's not too hard. So it's 12 months from now, and then the Megazord will be complete. So September 2026? Ooh, big steps. We seen results last time and then before with T-Rex, and so I'm very, very happy. We see more and more how it comes together, how it grows, how it turns into what we know and love from, well, I from my childhood, I assume you as well, or you might just discover Power Rangers. Anyhow, we got some goodies. So, question for Mark Spark. Can you spell what that is? I'm trolling, my friend. Mark has a problem with saying the word backpack. I don't know why, but everybody gets his or her issues. This is a premium goodie. If you bought premium on the Megazord part, you got this as well. Feels nice quality. Sidewise, there's space on both sides for a bottle to store when you go trekking or whatever. As a young adult, as a teen, I would love to have something like this. I will use that on a daily basis, I guess. I don't got a small backpack in this kind of size. I got something which is slightly smaller, but yeah, this is nice when you go shopping or something like that, or go in a city and don't want to have like bags around. Anyways. Also, this came, it's for the base plate. It's electronics, an LED band which needs to get inside, and there should be a manual for the base plate as well. I got that as a comment some episodes back. I didn't know that was a thing. I think I mentioned it last time, I'm not sure. If I repeat myself, good. If not, sorry that I didn't mention that one. And I reached out for the support, said, hey, can I get a manual for the base plate? And like, here. I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, it was the one for Optimus Prime from Transformers. The dude said, hey, I will reach out to you per mail. I have to check that. Didn't got anything. It was yesterday when I reached out to support. So yeah, I will try my best and get that in without manual as well. I was a bit scarce on how to do that. Besides, we get to the important parts. We start here at the end. 45. And we're switching up gears again. We're now continuing with Mastodon. I'm kind of disappointed, just a little bit, because I really hope to just finish one Zord, Pterodactyl. So we have to wait on that when new parts arrive. And here's another one. Basically a repeat, so we'll see how that turns out. Also, with now everything that has electronics gone, besides the base plate for example, which will be the last electronics today, but Zord-wise, I guess we will have really fast builds. Nothing too small parts to... It's basically bigger parts which snap together. But we'll see how that will end when we're at that point. So, 47. Mastodon as well, which is also, as you can see, the back of Megazord. Then 48. Sorry for the rattling, but that's the plastic. Which is Mastodon. So this is all Mastodon today. And again, another repeat. So as I said, we will be fast on this one. One of the last boxes, I think it was box number 7 or box number 8. It was 7, I assume. That was when I cut it down like 16 minutes of an episode, which was really short. I think when we have that, again, that will be speedrun tactics here. And here's 50, the last one, which looks like the shoulder pads. Oh no, that's not the shoulder pads, that would be the M. It's a side stripe on Mastodon. I don't have it around here. Well, close by. I will show you Mastodon on the building table. Speaking of which, let's move over and start building. Welcome to the building table. As you can see, the base plate, the thing from 2 magazines ago. Last time we didn't hit anything like that. here's a little box. We will start with that in a moment. So here's the Legacy Mastodon. And where was it? This one. Number 50, which is basically here. This. So this guy will be today's topic basically. And we'll see what the next magazines bring. I get everything out here. We can do that on camera because it doesn't seem much. Oh, it's a board as well. I really wish we had something like a manual. Well, I don't. I know people have. As I said, some nice peeps on YouTube told me. Yeah, well, we got a board, we got a cable. So this is relatively short. So I assume when we attach the board here, it needs to be plugged in. Is it that? Yeah, that looks about right. This way around. Yeah, this seems fitting. So this seems to be the receiver for the remote. I will show you that up close in a moment. So I guess you go here. And then we have two of these. We have outer spots here. So cable is relatively short. So these go over here, I assume. And yeah, I don't know what I do with you. Because this, what I learned one of the last times, is this is the bottom. I assume this will be the top, but no. So there will be something round on top, and then the tribal cone closing this off. Here below is the battery pack. Yikes, that will can become interesting. So I guess screwing this in place is a good idea and then showing it off, because if I do it like so, it will fall off. So give me a moment to get everything in place. I will show you how it needs to be aligned and fixated on the plastic plate. I really hope that this will be done soon as well, but I assume it will be like 2-3 magazines nothing, another then will be something else to have this higher up, and so on and so forth. And because there's a battery pack that it could light up already, so I will get some batteries in between and test that out. So see you in a moment. Good, we're done. Well, I am done with building this. It looks more and more complicated by the step, but don't worry, it is not as complicated as it looks. So I have to look to my recording screen to actually know what I show you, because I can't see things here. So the board is here. As I said, the shortness of this cable, so this has to go here. There's no way around with that. These two receivers here, I assume you could use these as well. They're not too much, I guess, visible because black on black, but here are, where my fingers are, they're like, there's a way to screw that. So you could take the shorter route to get it here, doesn't matter, same on that end. So I took the route a bit far out. I will show it close up in a moment. And then here, the last point is I will show the board close up and explain it. So, and the last thing is the LED band. So there's one left, one right for the receivers. Power from the batteries, which are in here below. So needs 4 AAA batteries. Doesn't matter if they're rechargeable or not. I think rechargeable is better. I would prefer a way to stick just a USB rechargeable battery in there, a power bank, something like we got, I think last time or the day before, the box before, on box 9 or box 8, I don't remember. I did so many and I cannot remember everything. Anyhow, so close up. You can see, not me, but you can see, and I will zoom in post as well. You see the board, like so. As I said, power comes from above. Below there's 3 ports. Left and right are the receivers for the remote, and in the middle, the lowest one is for the LED band. And as you can see, it holds on its own because it is self-stickiness gluing on the other side. Just remove this blue cover up, and not everything at once, just piece by piece. Start on one end and go round in a circle, 360, and you're done. I got some experience because I did that back there, and with these shelves you don't see at the moment. So that giant LED band in the back on a Zord shelf, that's 20 meters in total, and well, it's gone like whoop, like a snake crawling around, and it was like 20 euros on Amazon. So can't complain on that one. Now with everything installed and in place, it's time for a test run. We need this remote. We got it with one of the first magazines. It also controls the Megazord. Well, 4 out of 5 Zords. Pterodactyl doesn't have a receiver. The head is too small for that, I guess, or also when you use it in Megazord mode and the entire chest piece will light up, would look weird. Anyways, I tested out the buttons here before I show you, and that's necessary for me and for you when you got it yourself, because there's 21 buttons but no description on the remote itself what button is for what. The first button, the number 1, turns this thing on. It's really bright at the moment. When it's covered up in the future, it won't be that bright anymore, which is fine. The 2 makes it flash, so like so, pretty good. And the 21 turns it off. Everything from 3 to 20 does nothing with the base plate. The other buttons are for the Zords. One head is here, Mastodon is close by, everything else is there in a box. Yeah, but I think that's enough for the base plate for now. Future episodes, future boxes, we will get back to it. Now we step over to the next magazine in the build. Magazine 45, the first one for today. Let's start building. We start with these 2 silver pieces, and they connect just like this. But there's also this small red piece which goes here in between. So before we close that off, it goes inside. Just like that. Next, when we have it like so, you can see the pegs. Take this part and boom, on top. And also do not forget to screw it together. We take the assembled part and this gray piece, and it goes in here like this. And do not forget to use 3 screws to hold it in place. Next, we take this gray piece here, which gets held in place with that metal rod here where my finger is. It sticks out for now, but it needs to go through entirely. It's just for showing you where it needs to go. Now this is completely flush and movable. This clip, I assume, is for Megazord later on when we have the cannons. What is left now is this piece to close this off. Make sure before you attach it, this has to face outwards. Gently push it down till it clicks, and it should look like so. The last piece for magazine 45 is this one. Just like so. No screws, nothing for now. Just rest there. Move on to the next one. Magazine 46. This is a repeat. We had that just some minutes ago. If you need a step-by-step guide again, I can get that. Just go a bit back and do the same with the other foot, but just mirror it. See you in a moment. Now we have 2 plus an extra. We need that for the next magazine. Speaking of which, magazine 47, halfway point for today. Let's see what we got. We need this black plate, not the one with the hole. That's for later. And then we take the left foot, 2 screws, and the right foot, 2 screws as well. So that's the result of this one. Mastodon showing feet. Sorry, could resist. Next, we need the black piece from the previous magazine, which goes in here. The 2 pins here have to face down, and we just insert it like so. Now we cover this up with this part. Goes on top here, and we need 6 screws to hold it in place. When you're done, it looks like this. And it has some weight to it. But keep in mind, everything so far is plastic besides some small metal rods for these clips here, for example. And I'm surprised how heavy this is already. We'll see how heavy the Mastodon will be entirely when it's done. The only thing left are these pieces. They are metal. They belong here. Well, and here. Nothing about glue. Let's see what the next magazine tells us about that. If not, I will glue them in place anyways, because I don't want them to pop out. So, moving on. Magazine 48. Let's see what we got. We're starting out with this big black piece, like so, and then we need this black disc and this metal part. The 3 screw holes have raised parts and not raised parts. We need the raised parts on top, and the metal piece goes through it. Has to look like this. Then we take this part, just rests here, and this gray piece, which comes from below, and 3 screws hold everything in place. When we're done, we can make future Megazord's arm go 360, basically. Yeah. Has to look like this, or so, depends on the angle. For the next step, we have this, what we just assembled, and this little black piece. Here's the gap. This piece slides in here. Like this. We use this part which is left over to cover up this, what we just assembled. This metal piece here, as I said, is movable. Here's the counterpart, where my finger is. Yeah, right here. This needs to be aligned and sliding in, otherwise it wouldn't fit. Make sure that you have that aligned properly. And don't forget to use 4 screws to hold everything together. For the next step, we take this, make sure this looks like so, rotation wise with the gray part here, and just let it rest for now on the body part. And as a quick side note, this metal piece and the other one, I used some glue. I tried to explain this multiple times now for the video, and every time when I was like, oh, you do this, the metal part dropped. So even if the magazine doesn't see anything about glue at this point in time, be smart, glue it, either if it's never mentioned or if it's mentioned like 2 magazines from now on or 10, whatever. just glue it and you're done. Speaking of glue, the horn of Triceratops, well, the third one, the blue horn, I glued that as well. It was a bit loose, it didn't drop, but every time I moved it, it was like slightly loose, so a drop of glue didn't hurt there as well. Next, we have this metal rod piece, which goes through here, all the way through. As I said before, all the way through till it's flush to have this movable here. Use some tools if you need to. And the last part for this magazine is the silver cap. Just put it on, push it a bit, and done. Feels solid, but if you want to, use some glue as well. Moving on to the next magazine. Magazine 49. It's a repeat of 48. So, you know the drill. Pause, go a bit back if you need to, mirror it, and we see us in a moment. When we are done, it looks like this. Damn, this is becoming big. I know it will be big in the future when it's done, but seeing this piece by piece growing is kind of scary. I still have no idea where I put that when I'm done. Moving on to the last magazine for today. Magazine number 50. And when I see these parts, that will be fast. So this is easy. This side, which is still half blank. Metal piece on top. Same for the other side. Only thing left is this. We have two of those. And they just clip on here. So when we're done, it looks like this, and Mastodon is showing feet. Sorry, I cannot resist that joke. I glued these pieces here in place as well. Nothing in the magazine about that on both sides, of course. I don't know, sometimes the magazine is like, use glue, but most of the times where it is actually necessary, it's like, no word about it, no idea. But I reckon you do that as well, because these parts dropped on me too, like the smaller ones. Some drops of super glue and done. Also, here's a port in front, so when we use this one, which we built a while back, let's see, how was that? We rotate this out, and technically boom, we're getting somewhere. It looks kind of weird. It really looks a bit weird, but yeah, that will be huge when it's done. Jeez. Oh, I got one more. 1 sec. I know it's early, but say hello to some friends. Woo. I'm nervous. Whoop. Oh yeah. Do you have your clips? Huh? No, Pterodactyl doesn't have his clips yet. Ah, that's a shame. But still, can you imagine? It's so pretty. I'm hyped. And see how huge this is already. Jesus, what did I done? Oh. I'm looking forward to completing this. Oh. It's sad that Pterodactyl doesn't have his clips, but still. I'm super happy. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. And I'm really hyped for the next magazines. 2026 can come. I want to have this done. September 2026, this Megazord will be the crown piece of my collection so far. It will be done. I think this will, by far, for now, the crown piece of everybody's collection who has this done then. So, till next time when it's time to build a Megazord.